Alrighty, good morning everybody. It is Monday, March 25th, 2024, finishing out the last week of March here. Let's go ahead and jump back to Friday so we can take a look at what happened. And honestly, I think despite it being kind of a little bit choppy and a little bit sideways, I think there were some really great opportunities. If you just zoom out and look at basically the whole day from the market open to the market close here, look at how many times we came right to the holy orange power level. In fact, the market opened right there. No sound. Should be sound unless your speakers are off or unassigned. It's coming through. So, sorry about that, guys. But if you look at what happened here, for all intents and purposes, we held the holy orange power level all day. And if you would have shorted the back end of that, you would have made you would have captured some of the biggest moves of the day. In fact, at the end of the day, finally, they retested it, gave you a double top off hopeful, and then a little tag nearly to the tick there for a push all the way down to the lowest low of the day, which also happened to be our next roadmap level down here. So remember, we said if the bears could get below this pocket, and the top end of the pocket was the previous daily low, which by the way, in the pre-market and on a couple occasions here, that previous daily low ended up becoming a pretty relevant area for rotation. And then we had the bottom end of the traded area, which was that major fib extension we were relying on. And as you can see, the high of the day, basically our hopeful, low of the day for all intents and purposes was our next roadmap level at 52.8975. And nothing else really super notable about what happened here, right? It just was messy and choppy, but if you captured the entry points, the hopeful, sometimes some areas here you could have actually sold the back end of the previous daily low or bought it on a couple tests, and then finally the fib extension level we relied on. If you bought it, in both cases, you did not take on more than maybe a point of risk, point and a half of risk max there. Yeah, not even like a point of risk, and you would have captured a whole push all the way back to the hopeful. So, in my opinion, super choppy day, but great opportunities. And that's basically it for the review of Friday, because it didn't really go anywhere, and that's about it. So that brings us here into the overnight session, our Sunday Globex, and into our pre-market here coming into Monday morning. And as you can see, it's been a continuation to the downside. They finally got through the lows of Friday of last week and have been holding, what do you know, down below off the 200 here and trekking lower. Nothing else super notable here. In the overnight session, we did get a nice pop off the previous daily low on multiple occasions, but the bulls just did not have enough strength to go ahead and get through the 200 moving average to break out back to the 50% area of the day before. So that's basically what we're seeing now. Continuation to the downside, kind of lines up with everything we were seeing from the highs of last week. If you guys recall, in our pre-market, lots of clues up there for a pullback. Friday, they had a lot of trouble getting lower, and now we're getting the continuation coming into Monday morning. So let's go ahead and jump up to the higher time frames and see what they have to say for this morning.